I.S.U.P.K.
If you're looking for me, you can find me with a real stick. We be outside getting active like it's field day. They say I'm the best, that ain't really what my bills say. I'ma keep turning up on rappers till it kills me. When I'm dead and gone, play this song at my funeral. That'll make it beautiful. Gon' bring the shooters through. 144 top 3 in Oriaco. Coming with that 88 Maverick, that's my top gun. Flyer than the pilot, you be quiet when the ops come. Then you talking loud, getting proud when the cops come. Homie, I will not run. I ain't got the stamina. I just zoom in, scope lens like a camera. Pop that. I ain't talking bottles, talking hollows, pistol combat. Boots, gloves, goggles, and we ready for that combat. Make you hit the floor like you searching for your contact. I'm you rappers' fathers, and I wonder where your mom at. You know what they all say, sprinkle them with hate. Now I'm feeling like I'm sorbet, fake little contact. I'm you rappers' fathers, and I wonder where your mom at. You know what they all say, sprinkle them with hate. Now I'm feeling like I'm sorbet, fake leather seats, it ain't but a ball pay. Watching them beats, look the ball play. Hey, hey, ain't no time for no peace. They wanna hit them niggas from the streets. Yeah, niggas from the streets. I'm playing all the time, facing east. Still grabbing 9 when it's beat. And now it's beat. I never close my eyes when I sleep. I never close my eyes when I sleep. They ain't got no time for no peace. They wanna hit them niggas from the streets. Yeah, niggas from the streets. The niggas from the streets.
Son Christ,
Streets. The niggas from the streets.
Son Christ, Son Christ.
That 9-9 get them swinging like I'm Tiger. When we in your city, lungs ringing like a timer. Check the stash box, got a Glock in a Bible. Still keep $1,000 attachment on a rifle. They don't want me back up on my raw shit. I just wanna rap and let me ball shit. Only time I lack is in a coffin. When this get back is gonna cost them. I forgot the feeling what a loss is. Ain't no white Jesus on no crosses. Some you make me nauseous. Get a shorty bend there like contortion. Fringes on my denim and some forces. Hey. They ain't got no time for no peace. They wanna hit them niggas from the streets. Them niggas from the streets. I'm praying all the time, facing east. Still grab the 9 when it's beef. I never close my eyes when I sleep. I never close my eyes when I sleep. We ain't got no time for no peace. They wanna hit them niggas from the streets. And niggas from the streets.
All right. Most Son Christ, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat Thumb, to all the brothers. Yahweh Shem Allah Thun, Bashem Yahweh Shai to the sisters. You know what I'm saying? We the I.S.U.P.K. start at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the commanding GEN.YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? We have the show Real Time Relations, which is a show I do on TikTok every Sunday from 2 p.m., you know, to about 3:30, you know, depending on what topics I got, depending on what I want to go into, you know what I'm saying, depending on what's been going on during the week for me to talk about. So, you know what I'm saying, I hope y'all is doing toward. Make sure y'all like the live. Make sure y'all drop a comment. You know what I'm saying, do what you can to support the live, repost it, you know, share it to your friends and family, so on and so forth. And just, you know, generally comment on the live, you know, interact with it. You know, I want to hear y'all thoughts as well as I go through the different topics and, you know, get my perspective, you know, get an I.S.U.P.K. perspective on these various topics we're going to talk about. All right, now the first thing, before I get into my main topic, I just wanted to share a video with y'all that we posted up recently on the UK page. So, you know, we had this discussion with some Mormons last week in Leicester. We had a little discussion with some Mormons, and we had Captain Karate who just destroyed them on their how Mormons. It was some white Mormon, and then he was with some, I'll say black for the conversation. I assume he was African. He looked African to me, but he was with some black woman, And we just found it fascinating because, part of the Mormon faith, right, part of their religion, part of their belief is that they think that the Negro race or the dark-skinned races was caused from it was some angels in heaven. There was a fight, a war that broke out. Lucifer rebelled against God, and those that followed him were called the demons. And then those that fought valiantly against Lucifer, was then reincarnated on earth, and they became the white people. But those who didn't fight against Lucifer, when they reincarnated, they became black people. They were cursed with black skin. That's what the Mormons believe. So we just thought it was fascinating that there was this call him a dark skin Mormon. We just thought that was interesting. Let's show you this video real quick. And we have another one I want to show you. Let me show this one real quick.
Mormons believe that. Is it true that Mormons believe that there was a war in heaven? The angels got kicked out of heaven, and the ones that rebelled on the wrong side, their punishment was to have dark skin.
I've heard
Look,
that, but we don't teach that.
You've heard it.
I've heard someone say that to me, because other people have come up and say, "Oh, your church teaches that black people were against." What we believe about the war in heaven is that Satan and his angels rebelled against God and were sent down. But that meant that they were never to get bodies. So everyone you see out here with bodies chose God's plan.
Thus Lucifer became the
So,
devil.
we proceed to play the clip that actually breaks down what it is their Book of Mormon says. Right? So there was this fight. We proceed to play the clip that actually breaks down what it is their Book of Mormon says. Right? So there was this fight. Lucifer fought against Mormon God, whatever. Right? Lucifer fought against, it was war in heaven. His followers became the demons. As he said, the followers became the demons, and their curse is that they, couldn't inhabit bone and flesh. So they couldn't inhabit physical bodies. Right? But then he says, everyone you see around here with bodies followed God's plan. Or what was it he said? He said,
And were sent down. But that meant that they were never to get bodies. So everyone you see out here with bodies chose God's plan.
He said, everyone down here with bodies chose God's plan. Whatever that means. Okay, well let's watch this little video on what it is they actually believe, like what it is that's actually in their book. Let me play this real quick.
Lucifer became the devil, and his followers the demons. Sent to this world, they would forever be denied bodies of flesh and bone. Those who remained neutral in the battle were cursed to be born with black skin. This is the Mormon explanation for the Negro race.
So those who were neutral in the battle, those who didn't fight against Lucifer and his followers that became the demons, they were cursed with dark skin. And that's the Mormon explanation for dark skin races of people. Right? That's the Mormon explanation for the Negro race. All right.
The spirits that fought most valiantly against Lucifer would be born into Mormon families on planet Earth. These would be the lighter-skinned people, more white and delightsome, as the Book of Mormon describes them.
So do you believe in that being a Mormon?
So the one that fought, valiantly, the one that fought bravely against Lucifer and his demons, they remained, I guess they were already white. Right? So apparently we came from white people. Because we were cursed with dark skin because we didn't fight against Lucifer when we were some pre-mortal being, when we were some angel in a past life. That's their explanation. So I guess this Mormon that's with him, I guess he didn't fight valiantly. He didn't fight valiantly in his past life, but him, he was so brave and valiant in that war. He was brave and valiant and was reborn as a white person, or as their Book of Mormon said, white and delightsome. Right? That's what they call the so-called white race. That's what they call the Caucasian race. But the Negro race was cursed with blackness. It was cursed with blackness to be unattractive, undesirable. That's what they have in that Book of Mormon, right? Matter of fact, we're gonna read it, right? So they say, that's not in the book, right?
No, nothing I made up.
Fair enough. I don't. Maybe someone said that about us. It's not in the Book of Mormon, because I read the Book of Mormon through, and I don't
He said it's not in the Book of Mormon,
about that. But I understand.
but this right here that I've got on the screen is an excerpt from the Book of Mormon, right? So this is about, and they call us the like the dark skinned people, they call the Lamanites, right? So I guess those angels that were idle in the war became the Lamanites, and those white and delightsome angels that fought ever so valiantly became what's known as the Nephites, right? And this is in the Book of Mormon, in I guess second, I don't know what NE is. I think it's Nephite, right? 5 verse 21, right? And it also has a part from 23, right? And it reads, "And he had caused the cursing to come upon them, yea, even a sore cursing." Good night. So having that dark skin and curly hair, it was rough. It was a sore cursing, apparently, because of their iniquity. And what is iniquity? Iniquity is sin, right? So apparently, because we sinned in a past life, we had a curse upon us, a sore cursing, right? And then it said, "Wherefore, as they were white and exceedingly fair and delightsome," right? So apparently we were white in a past life, and we were fair and delightsome and beautiful. But then we sinned, and now we got a sore curse, right? And that they may not be enticing unto my people, the Lord God did cause a skin of blackness to come upon them. That's what Mormons believe. That's what Mormons believe. Mormons believe that in a past life, as Cap said, we sinned, and we had then, instead of remaining white and delightsome, we were cursed with a sore punishment, a sore curse, and we were given skin of blackness. That's what Mormons believe. So it's just interesting to see, this Mormon here. I mean, good night. He in the, I mean, he looked like a Hamite to me, so it ain't my business. But that man is in the sunken place. It's rough. I guess that fits because the actor in Get Out was a Hamite too. He in the sunken place. And hold on. So apart from verse 23, it says, "And cursed shall be the seed of him that mixeth with their seed." Right. So we were cursed with dark skin. We were the dark skin was made to make us unenticing to white people, right? So we don't mix with them because cursed would be their seed if they mix with us. I don't agree with mixing, but it's the other way around. It isn't their seed that gets cursed when they try and mix with us. Their seed gets blessed with some form of athleticism, some form of complexion. They saying we are cursed with the skin of blackness, but every damn one of them, goes to the tanning salon, goes to beaches to tan, has a tanning booth, in their house or whatever. But we're cursed with the skin of blackness. I mean, good night. So that's what their Mormon prophets taught, And here's something else about their Mormon prophet, right? So they're like original Mormon prophet. It's like Muhammad to the Arabs. This man called Joseph Smith is like Muhammad to the Mormons, right? But let's find out a little bit about Joseph Smith. Here's what this video.
I just want to ask, who's that believe in Joseph Smith, right?
Hold on.
I just want to ask, who's that believe in Joseph Smith, right?
Joseph is a prophet, yeah.
Okay, so you see Joseph Smith. What do you feel about Joseph Smith marrying underage girls?
Hmm.
Because he married a 14-year-old, right? And loads of teenagers.
Good night.
You haven't studied it enough. You need to do some studying because Joseph Smith is known for marrying underage girls. And when it came out, a lot of people got mad about it. So just study that whenever you get a chance. All right, no worries. All right. So
their prophet, Joseph Smith, is known for marrying underage girls like 14, 15, 16, 17. Meanwhile, this man is like 37. Like he was I think 37 when he was what's the word? He was 37 when he had married the 14-year-olds. Like he married two in the same year at the age of 37. I mean, good night. So let's get these names that he married, right? Because this ain't anything. Again, this ain't things that we just make up, right? It says right here. Helen Mar Kimball, right, was one of the 30 to 40 plural wives of Joseph Smith, founder of the Later Date Saint movement. She was sealed in marriage to him when she was 14. All right, this little girl was sealed in marriage with this 37-year-old man at the age of 14. This next one, I'll go further on in the video. Nancy Winchester, right? The second, it says the second, hold on. Give me 1 second. My phone do not stir for a second. All right, the second 14-year-old was Nancy Winchester. She was also sealed to Joseph. She was 10 days older than Helen. I mean, she was also 14 years old. And she was the daughter of Heber C. Kimball's closest friend, or close friend. Right? So you had, I think Helen Mar Kimball was the daughter of that Helen Mar what's his name? So Helen Mar Kimball was the daughter of Heber Kimball, right? Which was also Joseph's friend. So Joseph married his friend's daughter and his friend's friend's daughter. Both 14. Good night. Then you have this other little girl, right? This man approached this one called Lucy Walker at the age of 15. At the age of 15, he says this. He says, "I've been commanded of God to take another wife, and you are the woman." And he says to this 15-year-old. She says, "Why should I be chosen from among thy daughters, father? I'm only a child in years and experience, no mother to counsel, no father near to tell me what to do in this trying hour. Oh, let this bitter cup pass." And thus I prayed in the agony of my soul. That's how she responded to this man. Like, this man is a predator. She's saying, man, I'm just a child. What the hell you want to marry me for? All type of women in that congregation, or all those, what she calls her daughters, right? His daughters. All those women you could marry, and you want to marry me. I'm a 15-year-old girl. I'm a child. I have no father, no mother to counsel. A good night. So this says right here, that was Lucy recounting her prayers. Hold on. Keeps blurring out. Right. So this says right here, that was Lucy recounting her prayers. Hold on. Keeps blurring out. Her mother was unalived, and Joseph Smith had sent her father on a mission. Right. So this good night. So it's a single father raising his daughter. Her mother's unalived, and Joseph sends her father on a mission, and then sends his 15-year-old daughter this letter. This man is a predator. I mean, right or wrong. And he responds, "I have no flattering words to tell you. It's a commandment of God to you." Hey man, I ain't got nothing to tell you. God told me that I need to marry you. God told me that you're the woman, is what he says. You're the girl I need to. God told me that I need to marry you. God told me that you're the woman, is what he says. You're the girl I need to marry. God, I ain't even, it's above me. He says, "I will give you until tomorrow to decide this matter." I mean, good night. So her mother's unalived. He sent her father on a mission somewhere and says to this girl, "God told me to marry you, and you have till tomorrow to decide." You gotta figure that out. I mean, yeah. So that's Mormonism for you. You know, I mean, the the founder of Mormonism is clearly, you know, a racist and a predator. So I don't know why anybody would follow that religion. I don't know why anybody would choose to be a Mormon. You know, it says a lot about you. You know. On to my next topic. So we're done with that, right? So we had a video that the captain over the UK, Captain Karate, did about England's England's aid. So everyone knows that, you know, crazy hurricane, Category 5 hurricane, Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica not too long ago, and it is damn near just it's destroyed Jamaica. Like it's rough down there. I don't know if y'all seen any pictures, any videos. You should look them up in your own time. It is rough down there. Like the destruction that's gone on. I mean, we know hurricanes can be destructive, but it's very much akin to like Hurricane Katrina. A hurricane has hit Jamaica, and the government is sending sending some money to aid Jamaica. Right. So let's read this real quick. It says right here. All right, this is from the government website, gov.uk. It says UK deploys urgent hurricane relief to the Caribbean. Right, it says the UK's government is mobilizing 2.5 million in emergency humanitarian funding to support the Caribbean region's recovery from the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa. Now, I know 2.5 million, like to me and you, it seems like a lot of money. Like it seems like a hell of a lot of money. But in the grand scheme of things, like for a country and for the damage, like infrastructural damage, roads, aid, food, transport, all these things, like 2.5 million is not even a dent. Like it's not even scratching the surface. And that's what gets sent to not even just Jamaica, but to all of the Caribbean. So even like Jamaica ain't receiving that full 2.5. So the captain did a video, because we just did a bit of research. We're thinking 2.5 million is not a lot of money. Like it's nothing for the destruction that's gone on. It's nothing. And he recalled a previous story about how the UK was willing to. I don't know if I can't recall if they did or not, right? If they did build the prison, but they were going to contribute 25 million, so 10 times the amount to build a single prison, which again goes into, if you can understand the damage that it's going to take to rebuild all those houses and all those buildings and businesses that were destroyed. It costed, or I guess the UK was contributing 25 million to build a prison, a single prison, but they're sending 2.5. They're sending a tenth of that to aid. I mean, good night. Let me play this video for you real quick.
It's just out. So, it's just out. England wants to donate 2.5 million to the hurricane that happened in Jamaica. Now, first things first, it's not possible to put a monetary figure on the amount of money Jamaica made England through slavery.
Right.
There's one thing that bothers me.
He says that to say, of course, like the contribution that Jamaica has made, or the Caribbean as a whole has made to the UK, is immeasurable. Like absolutely immeasurable. From fighting in their wars to building the NHS to, shaping the whole English culture is damn near shaped by the Caribbean. I'll say Jamaica definitely got a stronghold, but shaped by the Caribbean as a whole. Matter of fact, let me look up what has Jamaica. What has Jamaica contributed to England since Hurricane Melissa mainly hit Jamaica? Let's talk about Jamaica. Okay, so let's generate this. So let's read it. Jamaica has made immeasurable contributions to the United Kingdom's economy, public services, and cultural fabric. It says Jamaican immigrants, particularly the Windrush generation, which we know how the UK treated the Windrush generation. We know how they did those people wrong. It was those same people that helped to, well, let's read what those people did, right? It says, who arrived after World War II were crucial to rebuilding post-war Britain. So not only did we, fight in their war, right? Not only did we contribute towards winning their war, but after the war, we came over and helped to rebuild a post-war Britain, helped to rebuild Britain after the war, build them up again. So not only did we win them the war, we got got Britain back strong again, built it back. We contributed, as it says, immeasurable contributions. So when a hurricane hits Jamaica and Jamaica needs help to rebuild after not a war, not something that Britain didn't even have to opt into that war. Like nobody was attacking Britain. It was a war on Germany, right? Jamaica needs help rebuilding. And what does Britain contribute to repay? What do they do to now help us in our time of need? They send a measly 2.5 million. They send, like in the grand scheme of things, when we talk about governments in a country, like that is change, it's pocket change. Let's read on. Right, public services. It says many found employment in essential services like the newly established NHS, right, with many women working as nurses and nursing aides across the country. Infrastructure. Jamaican men were widely employed in the transport system, as in London Transport and British Rail construction, factories, manufacturing sectors, and helped to address the severe labor shortages. Innovation. Enslaved black metallurgists. Meanwhile, we didn't even get into the whole how we're the reason Britain has all this wealth. The fact that they enslaved us and got free labor, we made them rich off the back of us being slaves. We haven't even talked about that. But they talk about it, right? It says enslaved black metallurgists in Jamaica developed a key iron-making innovation, a version of the pudding process years before it was patented by Henry Court in England. So again, that's some technology that they stole. This technology was crucial to the British Industrial Revolution through the intellectual contribution, although the intellectual contribution was historically uncredited, which is about typical. Which sounds about right. All right, hold on. We got a comment. Good night. Somebody says, we owe you nothing. And then says, who ended slavery? I mean, good night. Good night. That's like saying who ended slavery is like assaulting a woman. And then you stop assaulting her. Like, you still have to be paid. You still have to pay back for the crime you committed. You think just because you still have to be paid. You still have to pay back for the crime you committed. You think just because you so-called ended slavery, but even when you ended slavery, you just said that those people couldn't, you couldn't have them working for free anymore. You had to pay them minimum wage. Many people like you said you couldn't they had a what's the word? You couldn't have them as slaves, so I guess they couldn't be on the plantation, but these people had nowhere to go. So what did they do? What did they know? They went right back to the slave master, who instead of working them for free, now just paid them the bare minimum, the pennies that they could get away with. And you know it's people that paid less than that. Because that goes on to this day. You know it's people getting paid less than minimum wage. So when you say ended slavery, I mean slavery is you know it's not even over yet. Not like saying like how Britain ended the Holocaust, right? They liberated those people, saved them from Germany, right? Put them in their own the Holocaust, right? They liberated those people, saved them from Germany, right? Put them in their own land, give them money to support them and rebuild and get them right again. That's like ending the Holocaust. Holocaust was ended. Slavery was never ended. We never, was taken away from our oppressor. We never was saved from our oppressor. We never was given like our own land. Like even Jamaica is still owned, like the king is head of state. Like it's still ruled by the oppressor. So when you say ended slavery, I mean slavery did not end. We just now get paid minimum wage. Get paid the bare minimum. So I don't know, He says answer. Let's see the double standard. I just answered. All right, so let's go. We said, what religion today can you still own slaves? I don't even understand what the damn question is. What is I don't understand what you're asking me. I wasn't really talking about religion, but I'll tell you one thing. It was Christians. It was good Christian slave masters that had black people cutting cane, sun up to sundown, whipping they back, unaliving they babies, doing all types of things. It was good Christians that was doing that. But I don't really understand your question. All right, but never mind. Shalom to Kabah Ya Allah, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah. All right, so that's it. It's about just that comment. So not only slavery, we had here entrepreneurship. It says here, despite facing discrimination, like after we fought in that war, we came over to rebuild their country, to build their NHS, to fill labor shortages. Despite facing discrimination through all that, whilst helping them. Imagine you're trying to help a people and they're spitting in your face. Imagine you're fighting in their war, but you can't sit on the same table as them. Like in the cafeteria, you can't sit on the same table. Now, hold on now. You in the war, you are put on the front lines as cannon fodder. And you go to fight in their war. Meanwhile, they had something called the Christmas Truce, which is the people they were fighting. Right? The British were fighting against the Germans. On Christmas, they came together and had a game of football. They had a game of football while black people couldn't sit on the same table. If a people that's fighting for you, you treat them worse than you treat your enemy. The same man that tomorrow you're going to be on the other side of trenches shooting at each other. You treat this man that is trying to fight for you worse than you treat the enemy. I mean, good night. Read it. Despite facing discrimination, many British Jamaicans established successful businesses from restaurants and grocery stores to professional services, which fostered economic growth and vibrant community life. British Jamaicans established successful businesses from restaurants and grocery stores to professional services, which fostered economic growth and vibrant community life. And not only that, cultural and society, I mean, from music to food to arts, sports. I mean, Jamaica and the Caribbean this made immeasurable contributions to the United Kingdom. So let's go back to the video. So they send us 2.5 million.
To put a monetary figure on the amount of money Jamaica made England through slavery. But there's one thing that bothers me. England gave 21 billion aid to Ukraine with their fight against Russia. And former Prime Minister David Cameron said that he would donate 25 million to build a prison in Jamaica. So hold on, that don't sound right to me. So you will spend 25 million to lock black people up, but only spend 2 million to help black people. What's 2 million gonna do? Fix a bus. Shalom.
Right, now, again, David Cameron, and let's read this part, right? It said, in September 2015, Prime Minister David Cameron announced a deal for the UK to spend 25 million to help build a new prison in Jamaica. Just to give you some context for the infrastructural costs it's going to take to rebuild Jamaica from Hurricane Melissa, he sent 25 million to help build a prison in Jamaica. But when it comes to helping black people rebuild, helping to save and rescue black people that are, trapped on their houses or trapped, in this area and that area, even recover the unalived bodies and do all type of rescue missions and that sort of thing, they send a tenth of that. They send a tenth. Like when you say a fraction, like usually thinking like a quarter, a half, a third, a fifth, a tenth. A tenth of the money they donate to build a prison. That's what they send to aid Jamaicans in one of the most trying times. But they'll send billions of pounds, not just billions. They'll send how much? They'll send tens of billions. They'll send 21 billion in total to support Ukraine, right? With approximately 13 billion being military support, right? And over 5.3 billion in non-military aid. So they'll spend 5 billion pounds to Ukraine for aid in a war. You're going to need the same thing, rescue missions. You're going to need food. You're going to need supplies. That sort of thing. They send 5 billion to Ukraine. A country that what has Ukraine contributed to the UK? What has Ukraine ever, contributed to England? But you send. Let's do the math. What is 2.5 million to 5.3 billion? Let's do the math on that. I mean, good night. It's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a lot of zeros in the wrong way, like before the decimal, like before the decimal point. Let's do this calculation, right? So 2.3. Let's just do 2.3, right? And then a billion is 1,000 million. So we talking divided by 5,000. No, sorry, 2.5. 2.5 divided by 5,300. Right? That's what that translates to. Okay? It equals 0.00047. Right? So what is that? Let me times that by 100. That is 0.05%. Not even 1% of the of the aid sent to Ukraine. Not even 0.1% of the aid sent to Ukraine. 0.05. That shows you how much they hate black people. It shows you how little they care. I see all y'all. I'm reading through the comments. I'm seeing all y'all oppressors talking about, we don't owe you anything. Like that devil just came in and said, talking about you should be grateful. You should be grateful for 2.5 million. It's better than nothing. It's basically nothing. It's basically nothing to a country that you really owe so much to. We know you won't give us reparations. The very least you could do is give us some aid. Give us some help. Give us something. for how much we contributed to you and made you rich. Y'all was more than that. To be disrespected like that, 0.05%. Not even 0.05, 0.04. To be disrespected like that, 0.05%. Not even 0.05, 0.047. Look at the number. You think I'm joking? I did the math. 0.047% of the amount of aid they sent to Ukraine. And Ukraine is, again, in a war. Like, a war is like, they could have just given that land to Putin. They could have not had a war. They want their freedom or whatever. They chose to go into war. And this is just the non-military aid. Don't let me do the math on the total. Please. I'm gonna do it. It's like I enjoyed maths in high school. Right? I enjoyed maths. Let's work this out, right? So the UK sent 2.18 billion. No, not 2.1. That's 21.8 billion. So let's do 2.5 divided by 21,800 times by 100 by 21,800 times by 100 is 0.01. 0.01% of the aid they sent to Ukraine. That's what they sent to Jamaica. A fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. Like, it doesn't scratch the surface. What I was really trying to get, and I was trying to find, was like an estimate of how much damage Hurricane Melissa caused. Let me see if I can find it. I'll research it again. How much damage did Hurricane, or I should look up, how much will it cost to rebuild Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa? I'm trying to see if I can get an estimate just to show y'all how insignificant this figure is. Hold on. Let me see. How much roughly? I might ask ChatGPT this question because I don't think I'm going to get it from a Google search. Let me see. Copy this, ChatGPT, because I really want to find this out. It's important to me. Get ChatGPT on this. All right. After this, I got another video to show you. Since I'll get into that later. All right. So ChatGPT, what can you help with? Answer this question for me. How much roughly will it cost to rebuild Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa? Let's see what this comes out with. Estimates for the cost to rebuild Hurricane Melissa's damage in Jamaica vary quite widely and are still preliminary, right? Because it's hard to tell exactly how much damage has been done, the full scope of it, right? It's hard to say, right? It says a modeling firm estimates losses at around 7.7 billion US dollars, right? Some sources put a broader range at between 5 and 16 billion. Right, so about 5 to 16 billion. So let's call it, in between 5 and 16. Let's call it, so we're saying 7 billion. Some are saying, hold on, some more extreme estimates, including a full ripple effects, tourism, manufacturing, suggest up to 20 to 25 billion. Okay, so let's put that right in the middle at about 12 million. Not 12 million. 12 billion, Slack here. What is 2.5 million to 12 million, damn near best case scenario? It is nothing. It is actually nothing. somebody, the people who's saying we owe you nothing, I suppose King Charles agrees with you. Whoever's in, who's the prime minister now? Rishi? No, Keir Starmer. I guess Keir Starmer agrees with you that the UK owes you nothing, because that's what he said. Absolutely nothing. So, since whenever black people say something, it's never taken seriously. Like they'll just don't care to hear a black man talking and telling you that this isn't enough. Like, you need to do more. Since, y'all will just say, we owe you N-words nothing. We don't owe y'all a damn thing. You should pay us for slavery. This is a thing that they come out with. We should pay. Who ended slavery? Y'all are diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Like, for that to come out of your mouth is crazy. Y'all oppressors is getting audacious. Getting real audacious. Oh, what's this right here? I'm trying to see. I thought someone had requested to join the live. I no sweat. So since a black man saying this sort of thing, it just doesn't register. Y'all just don't care. I saw a video of an oppressor saying the same thing. A white man saying the exact same thing that we're saying. Maybe y'all need to hear a white man say it, since just nothing matters when black people say it. When black people saying anything, just pushed under the rug, nobody gives a damn, whatever, get over it, cry me a river, build a bridge, and get the F over it. You got a chip on your shoulder, we don't owe you anything, we ended slavery, you should pay us, just ridiculous. How about y'all hear from one of your own, or even from our own people? How about you? I guess y'all need to hear a white person say it. Let's play this video. I think my friend.
Hey, well, listen.
All right, here you go.
See that first video I made about the UK sending £2.5 million worth of aid to Jamaica after they've suffered a hurricane? Yeah, I was too polite. Yeah, I didn't really say what I wanted to say. I didn't show my emotion and my true thoughts on it. Yeah, so I'm going to be brutally honest with it now. I mean, I think it's an absolute disgrace that we've only sent them 2.5 million, to be honest with you. Yeah, and this is my opinion. Hear me out. Yeah, first of all, we're sending tens of millions of pounds to countries to control birth. Birth control, because you've got geezers out there that can't keep their willy in their pants, and we're helping them out, sending them tens of millions of pounds. Can you believe that? Yeah, well, other countries were sending tens of millions of pounds to fund what?
So he says, like it's a disgrace that y'all sending 2.5 million to help after a hurricane that has destroyed the whole country. The UK is sending tens of millions of pounds to other countries for birth control. Like, that should give you some perspective. You send, even if it was just 10 billion to one country for birth control, you send a quarter of that. A quarter of birth control money for aid, for everything. Infrastructure, rescue, food, supplies, everything. A quarter of the birth control money you'd send to one country. Good night. And he says he's sending tens of millions of pounds to war. I mean, we just read you're sending tens of billions of pounds for war. You send a fraction of that, 0.01% of that for aid to Jamaica, to the Caribbean.
Yeah, pounds. And we're helping them out.
Some devil in the comments talk about keep crying, crybaby. I'm not the one who's crying. You're the one who's in my comments crying. Crying because it hurts to hear that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Crying because it hurts to hear that Britain is not this holier than thou country that is so generous and cares for people. Britain is a damn monster. You're the one who's crying. I'm not the one who's crying about money. I'm saying not enough is being done to repay the damage. Not enough is being done to repay the damage that's been done to Jamaica after everything Jamaica has contributed to Britain. That's what I'm saying. I'm not crying about money. You don't have to send anything. But I mean, damn, if you're going to send something, 2.5 million, I mean, what is that? I see you coming on my accent. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Only a homosexual man would, you know, comment or care so much about another man's accent. That's what I'd say. This is just how I talk. I can't help the way I talk. If you got a problem with the way I talk, I'm going to just say it's a little bit pause. It's a little bit, it's a little bit homosexual. That's what I'd say to you, B9. How about you go cry somewhere else in somebody else's live comments? Because you ain't going to get to me. I don't care. Someone says, mate, you're putting on 2 accents. I just talk the way I talk. That just is what it is. If you have a problem with that, I mean, hold on, let me play this video for you. This is what I say to people who, whenever they can't battle my point, whenever they can't battle intellectually, they resort to talking about my accent for some reason. Like I don't know why that's the go-to. It's a little bit homosexual to me. It's a little bit LGBTQ to me. All right, hold on. Let me share this video for you. This is to every person who just can't actually deal with the points that I'm saying. Now you're saying, oh, a full-grown man on TikTok live. Now it's this, now it's that. I mean, good night.
This shit, me, brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
B9, you're a homosexual. You're a homosexual. I'm sorry to out you like this on TikTok live in front of the how many you said was watching 4 people? I'm sorry I had to out you this way. You're a homosexual. I apologize. I'm sorry. I know you were hiding real deep in that closet, but you had to get out. You had to get out the closet at some point. So let's go back to the video.
5 million, to be honest with you. Yeah, and this is my opinion. Hear me out. Yeah, first of all, we're sending tens of millions of pounds to countries to control birth. For birth control, because you've got geezers out there that can't keep their willy in their pants, and we're helping them out, sending them tens of millions of pounds. Can you believe that? Yeah, well, other countries were sending tens of millions of pounds to fund wars, help with weaponry, wars that we should never be involved in. Yeah, second of all, as I said in the first video, Jamaica are part of the Commonwealth. Yeah, the King is the head of state. They are entitled to our help. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Lastly, go and look up Windrush. Yeah, these are people, not just Jamaicans, people from all over the Caribbean that come here after World War I and World War II to help rebuild and reshape this country. Yeah, they come over here and done an amazing job and helped us get back to where we needed to be. But the least we can do is when they're going for a natural disaster, because this is not something they've done themselves. Right. This is Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? They need our help. We should be helping them. £2.5 million. Where's that going to go? Listen, you know, right. I'm a proud Englishman. I love my country. I love England. I'm just being real here. Where's that going to go? These people need our help. It's Mother Nature. They've not done this themselves, but we're out here sending tens of millions of pounds to these countries elsewhere for birth control. I don't know if I'm going mad, but there is something really wrong with this government. We all know this anyway, but these are my true thoughts, yeah? And I wanted to express them, because I didn't express them enough in that first video. So, yeah, pick up the Jamaicans. Yeah, like I said, thoughts and prayers go out to all of you, and I hope that you're the best that you can be. You know what I mean? Keep strong, guys. We'll keep fighting. And listen, the English, the British, we're here with you all the way.
I just let him cook. I just let him talk. Go ahead, get it off your chest. This is a white man that understands the contributions that Jamaica is given to England. And understands that 2.5 million is nothing. Like, what is that? What dent is that going to leave? Nothing. But apparently, Britain is not with Jamaica, because you have people in the comments saying, you know, you deserve nothing. You should be grateful for pennies. You have people in the comments talking about stop crying about money. Apparently, Britain is not with the UK. I'm sorry to break it to you. What's his name? His name was something like Alf. Real Cockney Alf. I'm sorry, Real Cockney Alf. Britain is not with Jamaica. Britain does not give a damn. It's not just the government. It's everyday people. It's folks like B9, the homosexual. It's folks like who was the one before that? It's folks like bada bing bada boom. Who's that other just effeminate man? Tim. That's who it was. Tim the effeminate. You got B9 the homosexual and Tim the effeminate. Talking about who ended slavery. The British public is not with Jamaica. They should do more. They should do more. Matter of fact, all this money, like all the oppressors are complaining about all the money that's going to help refugees. It's going to help refugees that really don't like the country. They don't like England. They haven't contributed much. But yeah, someone says, hold on. Someone says, yeah, Andy Richard says, has it really ended though, or just covered up? I assume you're talking about slavery. Like, has slavery really ended, or is it just covered up? Is it just different now? Now, instead of owning you outright, they own the contracts to all the athletes. Like, now you're just a higher paid slave. You're either just working minimum wage, you're still getting unalived by the police, which the police force was invented because of slavery. I believe they were originally the slave catchers. Now what are they doing today? Racially profiling black people, unalived little young black boys and girls, searching a young black girl while she was on a psych school. So a slave, a young black girl while she was on a psych school. So a slave ended. The rich says, rich, I say, repeat, slavery, racism, discrimination, very immediate. Exactly, slavery never ended black people. Like, if you have a people in general, or actually slavery never ended black people. Like, if you have a people in general, or even just bring it to like a person who's been abused by somebody, for years. If you're going to save the person or free that person, do you not need to accept abused by somebody for years? If you're going to save the person or free that person, do you not need to separate them? You need to make measures to undo the psychological trauma that person's been through from being abused for so many years, and the whole earth watches. The whole earth watches and does nothing. Oh, Andy said, sorry, you're skipping. I missed what you said. I apologize about the skipping, right? I said, imagine you have a person who's been abused by someone, and the whole earth watches and does nothing. And you free that person by just taking them up out the basement. Like, they in the basement being abused, being sexually assaulted, and all types of wicked things done to them. Being fed trash, being fed rubbish. And you free them by just, taking them up. And now instead of being in the basement doing all manner of things, now they in the kitchen. They working as the nanny now. And they're free. Like, how can you free a people or free a person, but you haven't removed them, or what's the word? You haven't taken them away. Like when Jewish people were freed from the Holocaust or saved from the Holocaust, they were taken out of Germany, they were taken away from their oppressor and given Israel of Germany. They were taken away from their oppressor and given Israel. At first, they were looking at what places in Africa. They were looking at different places, that fake Jewish man, and then they decided to give them the land of Israel. Deal with the Palestinians, split the land, have that whole history there. But they had a from the trauma they suffered in the Holocaust. We have never had a piece of our own history that we could go heal. They spend money to rebuild their infrastructure, to help rebuild their communities. They don't, pump things like drugs into their neighborhoods to destroy them further. They don't, destroy every Jewish business they try and create. They help them to rebuild. But with black people, they don't, destroy every Jewish business they try and create. They help them to rebuild. But with black people, it seems like oppressors just can't deal with reality of history. They can't deal with what they've done, what they continue to do to black people. We're still being unalived wrongfully. We're still being imprisoned wrongfully. It seems like oppressors just can't deal with reality of history. They can't deal with what they've done, what they continue to do to black people. We're still being unalived wrongfully. We're still being imprisoned wrongfully. We're still you can barely get a job. We're still being discriminated. I mean, good night. $5 million is a joke. Rich need to do more. They do more for everybody else. They do more for everybody else. And all those devils that are in these comments fighting us saying that Britain needs to do more, pointing out the fact that they'll contribute more to lock up black people than to help them in their time of need. It tells us everything we need to know about you. It tells us absolutely everything we need to know. And with that, I hope my people see it too. I just hope my people are looking in those comments, seeing those devils for what they are, and waking up. That's what I pray. And with that, that is my show. That is my show. I hope you all have enjoyed. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? The new follows to the channel. Make sure you like the video, share the live. I guess not share the live, it's about to end. But share the page, like the page, follow the page. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned in. We'll be here next Sunday at 2 p.m. for the next episode of Real Time Revelations. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed. With that, shalom to all my brothers. Yahweh Shemi Awashai Barakatam. And shalom to all my sisters. All right, Yahweh Shema Alathan Bahashemi Awashai. All right, shalom Israel.